Welcome back, everyone. It's Doug MPA. It is Tuesday, December 17th of 2024, and we are going to talk about student loan debt and modern women. My favorite subject to talk about. Modern women keep going to these expensive schools to get degrees nobody cares about, to get jobs that aren't going to make them any money. I've said that many times on my channel. I've done other live streams about women and student loan debt, so make sure to check out the lives on my channel for that. So I found a couple of stories here about women complaining about student loan debt, and then I have a couple of debt confessions at the end after that. So we're gonna get into this. Before I do that, like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment if you're watching this after the fact, and the StreamYard link is linked to the top. So go ahead and click that if you want to join in on the conversation. I always start my live streams with the crime files. The crime files are stories where I chronicle women who have been accused of, are being prosecuted for, or convicted of various crimes. And the reason why I do those is because we still have this visceral reaction when we find out that a woman's done something crazy. These female teachers are messing around with their 12-year-old boy students. You know, a wife will try to take out her husband for insurance money, and we're like, how could she do that? That's a woman. We have to understand where she's coming from, guys. In 2024 and beyond, women have as much, if not more, of a proclivity to commit evil acts because they are empowered to be like men, but they aren't held accountable like men. So let's get into this first story here of the crime files. Ooh, sorry about that. That's my soundboard. It makes you hit the theme. Whiteout, good to see you. Good, Colonel Buckshot, good to see you. Steve M, good to see you. So this woman here, Indianapolis woman, sentenced after running over and deleting boyfriend with car outside of Castle 10 bar.
Jesus H. Christ.
Galen Morris was found guilty of voluntary manslaughter in the death of her boyfriend, Andre Smith. And guys, when you see a headline like this, what kind of woman do you think this is? Come on now. Come on. You already know. And look at her name. Galen Morris. Come on, guys. You guys know it's a B-dub. Come on. Really? MGTOW by Logic, the wise sage. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? We go way back. All right, let's get into this story here.
Cameras in the courtroom as a woman learned her sentence for driving over her boyfriend and killing him. A judge gave Galen Morris 18 years behind bars. A woman
Look at this woman.
Learned her sentence for driving.
Look at this. Look at that. Yikes. Come on now. And all these you put a B-dub in a jumpsuit and she automatically looks like a. Tell me I'm lying, guys. Is that a man or a woman? Yeah, exactly.
Driving over her boyfriend and killing him.
Emoji Mister in the house. Good to have you here. He says, I don't need to make my career in dolphin manicures fulfills me. Plus, I have a master's in underwater nature cosmetics. It's lesbian dance theater.
A judge gave Galen Morris 18 years behind bars.
She apologized during that hearing. Rich and I has been covering this trial exclusively since last month and was back in the courtroom today for emotional testimony from both families.
Galen Morris faced a murder charge.
That's a hard-faced broad. Holy crap.
But last month, the jury convicted her instead of voluntary manslaughter. In June 2022, Morris found her boyfriend, Andre Smith, at Tilly's Pub and Grill in Castleton with another woman. Morris got in.
Ooh, of course. You got B-dubs boxing it out. Of course. Let's go.
To a fight with the woman,
Look at that.
then waited outside for the couple to leave. Morris drove over Smith in the parking lot. This case was cited in a.
So she waited in the parking lot for him to come out. It drove over him with her car.
Jesus H. Christ.
Oh my goodness, B-dubs just awful, guys.
Federal lawsuit against Apple over people using AirTags to stalk people. Morris used one of the GPS devices to track her boyfriend.
So she put it in his car. She had an Apple tracking device in his car. Whiteout said Big Mania versus Iron Rochelle. No, it's Big Boonquisha versus Iron Rochelle.
Morris put the AirTag in Smith's car and tracked him to the bar. But the jury agreed with the defense that she killed Smith in sudden heat.
And she shows up in a sports bra and a bonnet, of course, guys.
Not murder. The victim's mother is angry with the lesser conviction. She
Oh,
asked the
man.
judge at the sentencing for the maximum 30 years in prison for Morris.
My son did not deserve to be murdered because of her seeing him with another woman, because she's been seeing him with other women. This has been going on.
See, guys, never underestimate the power of Pookie, Ray Ray, Nug Nug, and Man Man. Don't do it, guys. They have mystical magic powers over women. Hypnosis and mind control. Until they run into a woman like this and end up getting run over by a car. But until then, they have mystical powers. So this guy was messing around on her multiple times. And then this had to be the last straw where she runs over him with a car.
Was not married to her. He didn't owe her nothing. He don't share a kid with her or anything.
Morris apologized to the victim's family.
If I could turn back the hands of time, I would, and it would be handled differently, so differently.
Only reason why she's saying that is because she got caught.
I'm praying for their strength, healing, and recovery. Once again, I'm so sorry to his family. I'm very sorry. I apologize.
The judge gave Morris an 18-year prison sentence.
The victim.
Guys, if it was a man and a man ran over a woman with his car, do you think he would have got just 18 years? Of course not. Of course not. Voluntary manslaughter for running over somebody with her car, waiting outside the bar for him to come out. Crazy.
He was knowingly struck multiple times. He suffered prior to his
And ran him over struck him multiple times.
death from being crushed under the vehicle, in which Ms. Morris continued to sit on top of his body while he was under that vehicle, unable to breathe.
Morris cried before she was let out of the courtroom. In Indianapolis, Rich Nye, 13 News.
So this case led to a new law in Indiana. It actually just went into effect in July, making it a crime to track people with GPS devices without their knowledge.
Let me give Indiana a round of applause for that. That should be a federal thing for 50 states wide, guys, to tracking someone without the permission. Anyway, guys, you got to watch out for these B-dubs, guys. Because how could she get that mad that she would run this guy over? 18 years of her life gone. For what? I guarantee you, when they close those bars, guys, she may be proud enough to last maybe a couple of months, but she's going to get to the point where she asks herself every single day, why did I do that? If I could go back in time, I'd change it. Because now she's going to spend 18 years of her life in jail. Anyway, modern women, student loan debt. We guys, all of us know that women own 2/3 of the student loan debt. 2/3. Men are going to college less. Women are going to college more because women keep going to these high-priced institutions to get underwater basket weaving degrees, lesbian dance theater degrees, and to get jobs that aren't going to make them any money. Remember, the average woman, even college educated, still makes about $38,000 a year. B-dubs make $30,000 a year on average, right? So I found this Reddit thread. It says, student loan forgiveness is just one more example of men being expected to subsidize the lives of women. Women hold 2/3 of the national student loan debt, and men pay the majority of the taxes, and that is true. Tax-funded student loan forgiveness is unfair to men because it's not men racking up these unpaid loans, and also it's doubly unfair because of the current issues around men in higher education. This would be just one more in a long list of government programs men primarily fund that women primarily benefit from. 100% true. And before you come in with this isn't a gendered issue or we're in this together, well, nope, just no. Women have made it crystal clear that everything is a gendered issue, and no, we are not in this together. No, I'm not against the concept of student loan forgiveness. I just don't see why men need to subsidize a debt that's primarily held by women. I agree with him 100%, guys. 100%. 100%. He nailed it right here. And this person says, I'm interested in seeing where this discussion goes. So then, of course, there's all these women shaming. Tell us that you hate women without telling us that you hate women. You know, women need the help because of what's happened historically with women. Blah blah blah. This person says, student loan forgiveness is just a cheap attempt to buy votes. If they really wanted to forgive the debt, we need to find out why the cost of higher education has ballooned in the recent years. I agree with that. It's not surprising, but amazing how many folks will vote themselves money and vote based on a single unimportant issue. So it says. So this person says. So instead of blaming the schools for their outrageous prices or the stagnation of salaries, you instead blame women for trying to get educated. Keep in mind that a lot of jobs require degrees in order to excel and be promoted, while those with high school degrees struggle. The real issue here is that jobs are not paying enough to pay back the loans, or the prices are too high. I'm pretty sure if the prices were lower, you wouldn't be complaining about student loan forgiveness. The biggest problem, guys, is that as long as women keep going to these schools, they're going to keep hiking the prices of tuition, especially Ivy League schools, private schools. Remember, guys, women care about titles more than men do. A woman will get a lesbian dance theater degree from Brown University, University of Pennsylvania, Harvard, and thinks she's worth something, and thinks she's better than the average guy. People, if anything is going to change, people are going to have to stop going to these institutions. We need a generation or two. Well, we're going to see a generation of men who are just going to not go to college, period. Maybe not Gen Z and maybe not Gen Alpha, but the group after them. We're going to see male college attendance rate at less than 20% in about 15 years, guys. Watch. That's the only way it's going to change. Whiteout said, I earned my associates from a community college. Good job. I have a master's degree. I started at the good old community college. Yep. Says, but yeah, man. So then they try to make an argument. Oh, you also subsidize Uncle Marge's PPP loan forgiveness is much larger than student loan forgiveness. Blah, blah, blah. This person says, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. 100% true, guys. Men are in on the scam. Guys, put in the chat, if you were a 21-year-old man, if you can go back in time, what would you do with your life? What recommendation would you give a 21-year-old man? Because honestly, if I were a 21-year-old man in 2024 or 2025, I get a CDL, I drive truck for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, stack up. And then when I had a couple $100,000 in the bank, then I go to community college. Yeah, Pyro said it. Get a trade. I would say this, guys. I used to live in the DC area. Just for a plumber to step foot into your house for a service charge, it's $300, guys. $300. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy, guys. $100. I said, go to trade school for HVAC and electrical. 100%. Raise that gamer in the house. Good to see you, Pyro. Good to see you. And the link is pinned to the top for whoever wants to come into the chat. Get it for if you a woman that's in a major city that has a graduate degree or above, on average, has about $98,000 in student loans, and the average woman leaving undergrad has over $40,000 in student loans, guys. You're going to get to an age right around 35 to 40 where most of the other women around you are going to have kids, and most other women around you are going to have more debt than you guys, especially consumer debt. So you got to be careful. You got to have the conversation with these women. Unlike most Red Pill channels, I do not. I'm not against relationships, but you got to vet women. All right, you got to have these conversations. Second, third, fourth, fifth date, before you start getting serious, ask her about her debt. Is she upside down on her mortgage? Does she have a $1,000 car payment? How much student loan debt does she have? You got to have these conversations, guys. Your mental, emotional, physical, financial health is at stake. Okay, so let's see.
Feel better about yours.
Let's go to the dumpster fire called TikTok while it's still here. You guys think that they're gonna actually ban TikTok in January? You think? What do you guys think? All right, let's see what this girl has to say.
We're gonna call this talking about my debt so you feel better about yours. You wait. This is. I promise you'll feel better. I think one of the scariest things to me right now is my student loan debt. I'm gonna say I was just a girl when I got them. I didn't understand the consequences. I was freshly 18 and someone let me sign my life away. I think until I just graduated, I didn't understand like how hard it was to pay off loans, like student loans, especially when my private loans don't even give.
Guys, private loans, don't do it, guys. Don't do it. You get a bunch of private loans.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
And you're cooked. Private loans, a lot of them have variable interest rates. So they'll be 10% one year, 13% the other year. It's crazy, guys. Don't get private student loans.
Don't get me started, I know. But my private loans interest rate was almost 16%.
16%?
Jesus H. Christ.
Oh my goodness.
I was never going to pay that off. So I actually refinanced all my private loans. I left my government loans as they were. I don't have that many government loans. So anyways, I just refinanced my private student loans with SoFi. They were Discover private student loans. Interest rate is down to like 6.9. I can't find it on here right now. I remember because I signed up for autopay, it dropped the interest rate from like 7.2 to 6.9 something, which is way better than the almost 16% that they were. I will take it, no complaints here. Now for the big reveal of how much student loans I have. In my private student loans that I just refinanced, I owe $88,897.14.
Oh my God, you guys.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
$88,897.14 in just private loans. And she has federal loans, guys. She has federal loans too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's like the worst of it. And Mohela is not working right now. That's where the government loans are coming through. I do remember I owe about $27,000 in change on there. And then my interest rate, my highest interest rate, because they're all separate loans from each semester, my highest interest rate is from my last.
Look at that, guys. $88,000 in private loans, $27,000 in federal loans, $116,382.57.
Jesus H. Christ.
And guys, I guarantee you, what are the 7 degrees that I say that women get that aren't worth the paper they're printed on, guys? Say it with me. Psychology, sociology, social work, criminal justice, gender studies, some kind of studies degree, so Asian American studies, African American studies, communications and education. I guarantee you, she has a bachelor's and a master's degree in 1 or 2 of those 7. I guarantee it.
2 semesters, and they are both 5.5%.
You know how I know? Look at that ring in her nose. So odds are she has a liberal arts degree and a social work degree. I guarantee it. Most women that have degrees in those 7, usually, especially younger ones, have their hair some kind of crazy color. So she doesn't have her hair colored, so she doesn't have the telltale sign.
but everything else is like around 4%, higher or lower. So not too terrible.
AG Games, what's her degree in? Underwater space, dinosaur, basket weaving, international relations, criminal justice. Emoji misses women. It's funny owing money, they accept being in debt. And emoji mister. On top of that, you have women living their best life, staring down hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. How do you go on trips, buy a house, do all this stuff when you're staring down debt? Guys, I hate debt. Doug MPA is debt free, and I'm staying that way. Debt stresses me out. This just goes to show you. This goes to show you the pathology of modern women, how they can emotionally disconnect themselves in the modern times from things like debt. Oh, I'm just gonna live my life. It's crazy, guys.
I think my monthly payments on those are $236 or something like that, which obviously I plan to pay more than that. However, my private loan payments per month, I'm on a 15-year repayment plan just because I don't want to trap myself. If I chose the 10-year, it was about a little less than $1,100 a month just for my private loans. I did not want to trap myself financially if like 1 month I just couldn't make that payment. So I chose the 15-year repayment plan. However, obviously I also plan to pay more towards these. I have like a chunk of my budget that's just going towards these loans. For my private loans that I just refinanced with SoFi, I owe $810.91 a month.
Guys, so that's 284 plus 810. Her student loan payment is $1,094.91 a month, guys. Out of control. And I guarantee you most of that is interest. I guarantee it.
So all in all, a little over $1,000 a month is gonna go towards my student loans. I'm very much okay paying it's criminal, but I'm very much okay paying over $1,000 a month. Right now, my budget template, I've set aside $1,200 a month for my loan payments. I did prepare for this because I'll show you guys, I'll do like a budget my paycheck with me soon, but I set myself up in the sense that my cost of living is super low for where I live. I live in Boston, Massachusetts. My apartment, my rent is $1,000 a month in Southie, which is kind of crazy. And then like everything else that I have to pay monthly adds like another $250. So I'm really not paying that much to be here.
Stack Cheddar, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you doing? He says, I paid $2,500 to get my CDL, and 20 years later, the investment has paid off. I'm debt free, own 2 vehicles, and a year out from paying off my house. I'm going to give you a round of applause, my friend. Good job. I'll say it again. If I were a young man, I get a CDL and I drive long haul trucking for 4 or 5 years. Stack up that cash.
And so I'm not stressing too much about these, but it is a lot of money. My big dream is to pay these off in less than 10 years. Because right now my net worth is like negative $100,000.
Her net worth is negative $100,000. Sounds like the typical modern woman, right, guys?
You can definitely say I'm starting from the bottom. Anyways, moment of truth. Yeah, I'm like over $100,000 in student loan debt. I don't know how I got here either because I feel like my college wasn't that expensive. I'm very thankful for the ability to at least refinance because if my interest rate had been like 16% on my loans, on my private loans, that is so much money. I would have never survived. I would have never been able to pay it off. I would have just been making these payments like a mortgage payment for the rest of my life. This is like, it doesn't seem more manageable. This is way, way, way more manageable. And again,
Big Time Biologic says, why don't people work during school, work in summer, and why do you live like a princess in school? You should live in a 20-person room share and stop going to Cancun every 10 minutes. And that's the thing, Big Time Biologic. The biggest thing that modern women spend their money on besides student loans is their lifestyle. You have women that are less materialistic. So you actually see women buying less handbags, buying less shoes and stuff, but they're spending it on experiences. You have women that can barely get by. Oh yeah, I go to I go to 2-3 countries every single year. Every time you leave the United States, it'll cost you about $20 to $2,500 at least. And women do it multiple times a year, and they can barely afford to live. The lifestyle is what's keeping so many women in debt. Colonel Buckshot says, I worked hard in high school and got Uncle Sam to pay for my college with an Army ROTC, full scholarship back in the day. I'm going to give you a round of applause, my friend, and thank you for your service. Let's get done with this woman.
Again, like when you factor in adding extra per month, like it's so much more manageable than my 16% interest rate. I am very proud of myself for not having credit card debt on top of this, because I think if I also had credit card debt, I would lose my shit and I would feel very hopeless and I would 100% need a second job. But I've always been very good with my credit card. Very frugal, if you will. I don't spend the money unless I have it, and I think that's like a really good way of like keeping myself financially on track. Come along with me for this paying off my debt journey. I hope it goes so fast, like so fast.
And there's women on debt journeys on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and it's funny because their first videos, they always do the scene where they write down all their debt, and then they have half a panic attack because it take the motivation of getting validation on social media is the only way that these women will look at their debt, guys. 47% of women don't budget at all. 47%. So 47% of women walking around you see don't know that they know how much money is coming in, but they have no idea how much money is coming out. So this woman here, it says, after various degrees and a brain injury, I owe $150,000 in student loans. The lawsuits and elections only made it worse. First off, let me start by saying the world doesn't owe you understanding, young lady. You should have thought about that before you took all this debt out. And let me preface this because I found this. This Shayna Hayes owes more than $150,000 in private and federal loans at 20% of which is interest. Oh my God. After a traumatic brain injury, she couldn't pay her loans for months and her credit score tanked. The ongoing court battles and upcoming election only added uncertainty to her repayment plan. So, and let me preface this again before you start feeling bad for this woman. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Secondary Education and Teaching from New England College. Then she has a Master's of Science in Sports Management and a Master's degree in Higher Education and Higher Education Administration. So her Bachelor of Arts is from New England College. Her 2 master's degrees are from Southern New Hampshire University. You guys have seen the commercials for Southern New Hampshire. They're the new University of Phoenix. Any college that has to advertise that hard on daytime television, you don't want to be a part of, guys. Strayer, Capella, Walden, Southern New Hampshire University. Don't go there, guys. Don't do it. Anyway, this is, as a kid in upstate New York, I never questioned whether I would go to college. My mom made it clear that higher education was a must and happily handed me the Fisk Guide to College when I was a teenager. In 2011, uh, I graduated from New England College with a bachelor's degree in secondary mathematics education and became the first person in my family to earn their college degree. Secondary mathematics education, guys. Yes, is that the backwards hat commercial? No, is that? I thought that was the guy from the Everest commercial. Remember Everest College? Hey, you sitting on the couch. What you doing? You want to change your life? Yeah. Pick up the phone and call Everest. Remember those commercials? Albert C says DeVry University was a scam. 100%. U.S. Benjamin, good to see you. Albert C, good to see you. Says I didn't think about my loans as much as I didn't think about my loans much as an undergraduate. Yes, I'd taken out $100,000 for her undergrad. Oh my goodness.
Jesus H. Christ.
But I assumed that with a stable career, I would be able to manage my repayments. Nobody ever explained to me how interest accrues or anticipated the endless stream of lawsuits to come. I'm 35 now and have a long and winding history with my student debt, from income-driven repayment plans to in-school deferments to the SAVE plan, which an appeals court just blocked. I've held various jobs, earned 3 degrees, and even survived a traumatic brain injury, but still I owe more in loans than I took out in the first place. And with the lawsuits and delays, my $150,000 uh, uh, worth of debt in private and federal loans is now in limbo. When I landed my first teaching job out of college at a public school district in New Hampshire, I thought my $29,000 a year annual salary was a huge win. Only $29,000 a year. This is why one of the many reasons why you don't want to become a teacher as a guy. It doesn't pay much, and you work around a whole bunch of women, guys. Bad things about teaching. No. So ask yourself, as a teacher, do you want to work around all women?
Nope.
Do you want to not make any money?
Nope.
Do you want to have to get a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and get in a whole bunch of student loan debt to teach and not make a lot of money?
Nope.
Do you want to teach around all these freaking bastard badass kids all day?
Nope.
Freaking administration's women. So do you want your principal, your vice principal telling you what to do to be a woman?
Nope.
Don't do it, guys. I did a story on my channel about the inherent biases of being a male teacher. A lot of male teachers don't even have the time to be educators because they are too busy having to discipline the kids. Female teachers will make you be the disciplinarians, guys. Don't be a teacher in 2024 or 2025 or beyond, guys. Don't do it. And then you have to deal with the constantly wondering if you're some kind of child predator or something. Don't do it, guys. No way. Yosef Benjamin says, it's sad because we need more male teachers than women, especially for boys. They don't pay enough for the stress and sexism. I would say, guys, look, and not only that, could you imagine if you're in the club and you meet a girl, the music's bumping, right? And you start talking to a girl and she's like, yeah, so what do you do? And you say, oh yeah, I'm a teacher. How fast would she walk away from you guys? How fast? She would take the drink you bought her and keep on moving. Come on now. It says, I was making more money than some members of my family, more than I'd ever made in my previous minimum wage positions, but I soon realized I could barely afford rent and basic necessities. The easiest, fastest way to a higher salary was another degree. That is not true. Because you putting yourself in further debt to only make a couple of more $1,000s a year, the debt offsets what little extra you're going to make. It says, so I went to graduate. Oh, wait, yeah. The easiest, fastest way to a higher salary was another degree, and with it, more debt. So I went to graduate school in 2015 and took out $35,000 more in loans. While in school, I was placed on in-school deferments and started paying off my debt again in the fall of 2016. By that point, I was earning $10,000 more per year, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. $35,000 more in loans to earn $10,000 more per year. So now instead of $29,000, she's making $39,000. Finally, things felt a little bit more stable, not easy, but possible. Then on January 10th of 2016, I sustained a traumatic brain injury that left me unable to do much of anything. I had to relearn how to walk, tie my shoes, punch in my phone number. To be honest, I didn't even remember I had loans, let alone know how to pay them off. Throughout my many months of recovery, though, my bills piled up and interest accrued. By the time I called my student loan lender in late March of 2016, my credit score had plummeted more than 400 points. My lender told me they couldn't help me, even though I hadn't been physically able to make my payments. I hadn't consolidated my loans, so each semester counted as its own bill. Between my years of undergraduate and grad school, I had more than a dozen loans. It was as if I had 15 different car payments and didn't pay a single one. Really, it looked like I hadn't paid any of my bills for months. Guys, how do you get 13, 14, 17, 18 student loans? Because Doug MPA has a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, and I had I had three total. Three. How do you get how do you, how do you get 15 student loans? Blows my mind. And she had to sign for each and every single one of those. There's between getting on an income dividend repayment plan, going back to school for a bit, and spending hours on the phone, I eventually got on the save plan. The plan took my wife's loans into consideration too, and it was the most affordable program I'd been on during my internity as a borrower. Yes, so she's an LGBT HGTV. The stability didn't last though, in no small part to the lawsuits that never seemed to end. I got off of a save before the 8th Circuit Court, blah, blah, blah. Now my consolidation has been processed, but my application for a new plan hasn't, even though I applied 3 months ago. So her payments are on pause, but interest continue to accrue. There's a lawsuit blocking the save plan. Even now at 35 years old and with the 3 degrees, I don't feel like I understand the state of my loans. It's impossible to know who can answer my questions. It takes hours to get through a loan servicer, and that's only if I click the right button or yell into the phone long enough. The lawsuit feels political to me, but I just don't see why politicians are interested in hindering my ability to survive. There's so many misconceptions about who benefits from loan forgiveness. Usually it's not doctors or lawyers making hundreds of thousands a year, but people like me. I have no problem paying for the loans I took out, but I do have a problem with how interest compounds. My current debt is 20% interest. Oh my God.
Jesus H. Christ.
And that number just keeps growing. The election looms before me with my financial future depending on who occupies the White House and how they feel about student debt. Off the save plan and stuck in between processing holdups, court delays, and political battles, I feel like I'm back where I've always been, waiting for an end to my debt with no clear end in sight. Let me tell you guys, the Orange Man, he's getting rid of all this save plans, all this. What's that program called where they're gonna like, if you fall behind on payments, it's not gonna count towards your credit, or you could only have your student loans up to a certain percentage of your income. All that's gone, guys. All that's gone. DT is coming to get that money, ladies. He already said that how many student debt loan borrowers are in default. So already 11% of student loan borrowers are already in default, and another 270,000 are 90 to 270 days delinquent on their student loans. Already, guys. And that number's only going to go up. Donald Trump, I can't say his name. Orange Man is coming to get that money. And I'm going to cover all the crying, all the yelling, all the screaming on TikTok, if it's still around, and Instagram. Because, guys, don't ever get it twisted. You have to sign on the dotted line for these student loans. No one's forcing you to sign these lines. No one's forcing you to sign for these loans. Don't feel bad for them, guys. Don't do it.
How broke I am.
Okay. Make sure to like the stream, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that super chat button. All donations are appreciated. Let's get into this woman. Okay, she already has these ugly glasses on her face, so you already know where this is going.
While I get ready, let's talk about how broke I am, how I got there, and how I plan on fixing that. First, we need to remove the spectacles so I cannot see what I'm doing. So I am currently in $64,000 worth of debt the last time that I checked. All of that is student loans except for $900 of it. Only $900 of it is credit card debt. Debt is
So $63,000 in student loans. And I wonder if she says what. Did she say it anywhere? I have to check the comments and see if she says anything about what she got degrees in. Or while this is going, let me see if I can find her on
that is not from
LinkedIn.
me overspending, being crazy with my money. It is literally student loans that I had to take out to go to college. I graduated high school in 2014. I'm the first person in my family to even graduate high school, let alone go to college. So I did not know a whole lot about what it takes to go to college. I knew it cost a lot of money, but obviously I was very naive back then. And back then also the job market was a lot different than it is now. So I was told by all the adults in my life, teachers, guidance counselors, parents, coaches, everybody, that like the best path to being successful is to go to college. And to do that, you're going to have to take out student loans, because who can actually afford to pay for college out of pocket? Nobody. I graduated college in 2018. I graduated with a degree in sociology with a minor in anthropology and
I told you guys! I told you! I told you! He paid $63,000 for a sociology degree with a minor in anthropology, guys. Let's
US
hear that
in
again.
2018. I
Guys, I told you. I told you.
graduated college in 2018. I graduated with a degree in sociology with a minor in anthropology and US history. And by the time I graduated college, the job market had completely changed. So it was very hard for me to find a job straight out of college. I was
It's
working
because you have a degree in lesbian dance theater. The job market never changed. Those degrees weren't marketable anyway. Guys, I've said this on my channel multiple times. There are what used to be called MRS degrees, Mrs. degrees, where they created these. They created liberal arts degrees, advertising degrees, marketing degrees, so to get women to come to college, so they can meet a man and marry, and then use those skills to help their man with their business. Well, now the market is saturated with MRS degrees, useless degrees, and companies have had to create entire industries around these useless degrees to freaking employ women. DEI is an attempt to pay people with sociology degrees, well, women with sociology degrees, as much as a man that has a mechanical engineering degree. There's so many programs, so many programs, and so many things. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring Pyro in here. There's so many programs. Pretty much, the push for society right now is to redistribute wealth from men to women, and they use all sorts of the higher education system, DEI. Everything is redistribution of wealth from a small percentage of women of men to women at large. Pyro, how you doing, buddy? What's up?
I'm good, man. I had to rub one out. I gotta get my mind settled before I hop on.
What do you think about this woman who has a lesbian dance theater degree?
Oh my God. All I can say is good luck paying off all that debt. All you should have done is just get into computer science or get into like what should I say? Something very useful that could get you like to pay off that debt and make you even more money.
But
She's screwed either way, so she's not gonna pay that off.
it isn't even that, guys. the type of job that she would get with a sociology degree is a job that you can get without one, but odds are you're going to be outside, or you're not going to be inside air conditioning. Like a person at Costco probably makes more than she does.
Yeah,
And, but the
which
biggest
is sad.
biggest difference between the person at Costco and her is a person at Costco doesn't have any student loan debt. Guys, anthropology and sociology. Yep, make that logic. She's an omni-gender toaster now. Ah, yeah, this is why when you go to a bank, all the tellers are women. Exactly, 100% true. Emoji Mister says, "Why are they so proud of falling and be in debt? It's like a badge of honor to them." Exactly, Emoji Mister. One, it's the debt. Two, it's them talking about it on social media. Craziness, guys. Craziness.
A retail job all throughout college, so I just continued to work there. I had gotten a raise and I was moved to full time. At that point in time, in like 2018, 2019 time, I was making enough money to pay for my own apartment and all the bills and all my groceries and still have money to save. So like,
But she's saying all this while she's $60,000 in student loan debt. If you're $60,000 in student loan debt, you shouldn't have moved out of your parents' house. You should have started putting all that towards your debt. What I
All
say
she
before,
she would
hold
have.
on, go ahead.
All I could say is it was pretty stupid for her to just move out because now she's gonna have to pay for food. She's gonna have to pay for rent, water, groceries. If she have a car right now, she's gonna have to pay for gas and
Yep,
like the mileage because that car is gonna eventually break down and she's gonna have to repair it.
yep, I agree. Yep. Remember, guys, it's the thing that keeps women in debt the most is this need to live a lifestyle. I graduated college, so I, I deserve to have my own place. I deserve to be able to go to brunch every Sunday with my girlfriends. I deserve to take trips out of the country. No, you don't. You need to pay off your debt. Remember, guys, men are willing to make the necessary sacrifices to, to pay off their debt. A guy will live in someone's basement, stay home, watch football, play video games, and get a second job to pay off his debt.
Hmm.
Women are not willing to do that, and they will stare their debt in the face. And what I have I have a working theory. The reason why women keep putting themselves in all this debt. One, they think that you, one of us is going to come along and help them pay it off, or somehow it's going to get forgiven. I believe that the majority of these women do not intend on paying any of this debt back. None of it.
That's crazy.
It's the only logical explanation.
in my mind, I was like okay for the time being. Then 2020 hits. My store I work at closed down for 6 weeks. During those 6 weeks, I realized I do not want to work there for the rest of my life. And so I decided to go back to school online and get my degree in graphic design. So I
You got
Jesus H. Christ.
So now she has a sociology degree with a minor in anthropology, a minor in U.S. history, and now she has a graphic design degree. Oh my
Oh,
God. Whiteout says, I have 2 jobs and I don't have any
oh.
debt. Part of why I do is just to build up my finances. Good job for you, man.
So
Good job for
so
you.
so, so
Go ahead.
Doug, what you said she owes 62,000?
Uh, 63,000.
But she has multiple degrees. Like, does it cost for like all three of those? I
No,
think I
no,
think she owes more.
no. So she has like $60,000 in debt, but her student loan debt is 63,000. So
Oh,
that has to be for all of her degrees, I think.
oh, oh.
Yeah.
I started that degree in 2020 and then I graduated at the end of 2022, so it only took me 2 years to do. I need to concentrate for this part. At the end of 2022, I have my degree in graphic design. Also at this time, in early 2022, we moved from North Carolina to Connecticut. So now I live in a completely new state. I'm unemployed at the time because
Of course she is, guys. Of course she is. It's modern women. They can modern women for the right to be able to leave the workforce whenever. Whenever. Guys, put in the chat. Since you've been 18, barring an injury or a health issue, what was the longest you had ever been unemployed? Because when I moved from Washington State to Texas, I took a month and a half off, and I had savings where I could have not worked longer, but I had to get a job because I was doing nothing all day. As a man, you should not be okay with being unemployed and not being productive. It is your duty as a
Yes.
man to be productive and produce. And guys, it's 2024 going into 2025. You don't have to be productive for a woman, but you have to be productive.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yep. So she's unemployed. Of course she is. 8-bit banger in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, Colonel Bucks, I said, was that 1 month after I left the Army? Yep, good job.
once we moved, I decided to just take that time and finish my degree and focus on that and start freelancing. So that's when I started freelance graphic design. I made some money from it, but I wasn't making like a livable wage from it, but I still wanted to continue with that. So I continued with that until about August of 2023.
So she spent a whole year as a graphic designer, but barely making any money.
So last August, that's when I ended up just getting a retail job because I was trying to get full-time graphic design jobs, couldn't find one. I was doing freelance, but it wasn't enough money at the time being. I needed some sort of job, so I got my retail job. So I worked that job up until the middle of June. So just recently I quit. And also, if we back up a little bit, the time period from once we moved to Connecticut to me getting my job in my retail job in last August, like I said, I was doing freelance and making some money, but not enough money. So that's where I got a little bit of credit card debt under my belt. And I don't love that, but I didn't spend money recklessly. It was on like groceries and bills and necessities and stuff that we needed. Once I got my
Raymond in the house. Good to see you, my friend. So you know what, guys? He says she's cute, but shut up. Guys, I'm just gonna say this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd rate her like a 5, a 6 regularly. But guys, Doug MPA's weakness is freaking redheads. Redheads and Ethiopian women and redheads are my weakness, dude. So to me, she gets extra points. If she was thin down here, she'd be like a 7 for me because I love redheads, man. I told you that story about the most beautiful, the first woman where my friends had to tell me, Doug and PA, you gotta let it go because she's crazy. 6 foot tall, half Korean, half Irish. So she was 6 foot tall and she was pale like her, but she didn't have freckles. She had that really thick kind of coarse Asian hair that like
Yeah.
black women like to make weave out of, But
Yeah.
but it was red like this, right? And then she had those Asian almond eyes, but they were like her eyes. This girl was fine, but she was nuts, guys. Nuts. Yeah.
So she had the mentality of a Latina.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, she is the first girl. My friends, because when we were in bed or when we were at my house, everything was good. But every other part of my life, she set on fire. And we went to school together and we worked together. It was
Yeah.
crazy, guys. My friends were like, Doug and PA, man, we got to talk to you, man. You got to stop bringing that girl around, man. She's crazy. Carlos X in the house. He says, I was unemployed for 7 months after quitting a job in 2009. Horrible decision. I only got another full-time job after some guy died on his vacation from work of a brain aneurysm. Crazy times. Good to see you, my friend.
retail job, I really started to crack down on paying off that credit card debt. So that started at, I think, about like $9,000 whenever I started filming these videos. Now we're at $900.
Wait. Did she say she had $9,000 in credit card debt? Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
Let me see.
Come
Hold on.
on, man. Your credit is terrible now.
Let me see.
I really started to crack down on paying off that credit card debt. So that started at, I think, about like $9,000 whenever I started filming these videos.
Yep.
Now we're at $900.
$9,000 in credit card debt. Guys, I've never had that much in credit card debt, and I'm 43 years old. Never had that much debt.
I pay off this little tiny bit of credit card debt I have left, I will be moving on to my student loans. And one of my student loans is actually private.
Of course it is.
It is like a Parent Plus loan. It's in my dad's name, but I pay it.
See, and guys, there's so many of these women who get these Parent Plus loans. For those who aren't from America, a Parent Plus loan is where the parents sign for your student loan, and if anything happens to it, it's their butt, not yours.
Oh, bro.
These modern women will have a Parent Plus loan for $50,000 and get a freaking underwater lesbian freaking basket weaving degree. Why would you do that to your parents? Why?
Bro.
Why would you put their neck on the line to get some useless degree?
At this point, you're sinking your own parents.
Yeah. Yep. Make sure to like the stream, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. And the StreamYard link is at the top of the chat. So go ahead and click that if you want to come in and join the conversation. Yep.
I'll move on to the loans that are in my name. So right now I am technically unemployed / self-employed because I'm doing social media for the time being while I find a better job. My retail job was just starting to affect my mental health, and it was only
of course, it's affecting my mental health. She's staring down this amount of debt, and she quit her retail job because it affected her mental health. This is a difference between men and women, guys. Right here.
only $1 more than minimum wage, so I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna quit for the time being, give myself this summer, try to find a better job. If worse comes to worse, I can go get another minimum wage job. That's not a big deal. I really hope I don't have to do that. I hope I can find something better, but that is the plan. No job is worth sacrificing my mental health at this point. Take care of yourself before you can take care of other people and your debt. So I am currently applying to graphic design jobs, social media management type jobs, admin jobs, office assistant job, like HR jobs. I'm applying to pretty much anything. I just really don't want to go back into the retail space again. Working with the general public and working with customers on a day-to-day basis as an extreme introvert is just very mentally exhausting, and I just don't want to do that again if I don't have to. Thank you.
You're an extreme introvert, but you're on social media. How does that make any sense?
Talking a lot too.
Pyro. Hey, you know what, guys? So Doug and PA, AJ's Rants and Raves. If you guys don't know, we're identical twins in real life, and both of us are extroverts. AJ is a extreme extrovert. He could talk to a tree. I understand. But anyway, the only thing good about the cough was that it was the first time that the extroverts were actually celebrated, because the HHS secretary said, all you extroverts reach out to people because people are not okay. We live in this world where like introverts feel like, oh my God, my life is so tough because I have to try to stay away from people. It is harder being an extrovert than an introvert, because extroverts actually have to put energy to doing something. Introverts have to just sit there.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that introverts think that they're suffering somehow. It is infinitely harder to be an extrovert than a freaking introvert. I have to deal with the general public and I'm an introvert. Oh, poor me. And she has a sociology degree, $60,000 in debt, and all she can get is a job making minimum wage. She should have never got the degree in the first place.
Yeah. She would have probably been better off just just doing that job in the first place.
Yes, and never going to school.
Hmm.
Never going to school. How many? What? I think it's over half of people with degree. What percentage of people with degrees work in a job that doesn't need them? They say 52% of college graduates are considered underemployed. Roughly half of people with degrees are not working in jobs that need them. Craziness, guys. Absolutely insane.
Thank you for joining me on this journey today as we learn more about me and why I'm so broke.
Well, give her a round of applause for her honesty. I got to give her that. And my bias towards redheads. I love me some redheads, man. I'm telling you, I love me some redheads. Anyway, so this woman here, my student debt story.
I'm not very good at talking to the camera, but I'm trying to figure it out. I wanted to come on here and talk about student debt and share my story to hopefully connect with some of you out there that might be feeling really overwhelmed right now, especially after the U.S. Supreme Court ruling.
Hold on real quick. Let me go back to this girl right here. If I could ask this woman a couple of questions. Okay. Couple of questions. If I were to ask her, did you check the return on investment for your sociology degree? She'd say, how dare you? Did you check how much money you'd make after you graduated with a sociology degree? How dare you? Like, why are you unemployed when you owe $63,000 in student loan debt? How dare you? All these questions. She was like, well, it's not right that you ask me those questions and talk about the system and the patriarchy and capitalism, how bad capitalism is, and somehow the student loan debt system is misogynist. All that crap, guys. Come on now. Now this girl, let's get back to her.
Ruling. We're not getting our debt forgiven.
Let's go back.
I'm not very good at talking to the camera, but I'm trying to figure it out. I wanted to come on here and talk about student debt and share my story to hopefully connect with some of you out there that might be feeling really overwhelmed right now, especially after the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. We're not getting our debt forgiven, as frustrating as it is. So 5 years ago, I graduated school with $100,000 of student debt for my bachelor's degree. And at that time, that number felt really overwhelming. I had crippling anxiety. I felt like I was never going to get it paid off. Fast forward 5 years later, and I've managed to pay $40,000 off the principal of my loans, and I will be debt.
I'm going to try and find this Abby Lane girl on LinkedIn and see what she has her degrees in. Abby Lane, LinkedIn. I love the internet, guys. Abby Lane. All right, I'll let it play.
Debt free by my early 30s. So I've been able to get a handle on this without being a very financially savvy person. I'm not naturally frugal or good with money, and I've been able to do this. And I wanted to share this because I think there's something missing from the conversation surrounding student debt. It seems like there's two extremes. On the one end, you have people that talk about how they're never going to get their debt paid off, so they just make the minimum payment and the debt seems to get bigger and they're going to be in debt forever. And I get it, right? Because that's how I used to feel. And that's what a lot of these loan companies make you feel like, which I'm going to make more videos on. And then you have the other extreme where there's a lot of financial advisors and content creators that post advice online and it seems really unattainable. They're telling you to get a monthly budget spreadsheet and be really strict with your money, or
get a monthly budget spreadsheet? How dare they say that? How dare you? Oh, budget each month? As a woman? Really?
You're drawing the line.
I know, right? You couldn't do that.
Or start 7 side hustles. And that's just not attainable, right? Not everybody is going to be able to do that. And it's not going to.
Most men will, though. Most men will. If you have character and integrity as a man, you will do what's necessary to pay back your debts. So most men will, but most women won't.
Fit within your lifestyle. And so I just want to share another perspective on here that if you don't want to ignore your debt any longer and you want to get a better handle on it, but you feel like a lot of the advice online just doesn't seem applicable to your lifestyle and seems unattainable to you, I'm going to start posting videos on here and sharing the little changes that I've made to be able to make this big of a dent in my debt repayment. So if that seems of interest to you and you want to follow along, follow me, save this video, or share it with someone that you think might relate.
I want to find this girl so bad. 1 second. Abby Lane, Denver, Colorado. Oh, that's the city. That's on her Instagram. Colorado, LinkedIn. Come on now. Is this her right here? Dang it. I can't find her. I want to see what she has her degrees in. Is this her right here? Okay. Okay, 1 second, guys. I think I found her. 1 second. Abby Lane. Make sure to like the stream, guys. Hit that super chat button if you're feeling giving. Abby Lane. And then okay, 1 more second. I think I found her because I want to see what she has her degrees in. 1 second. Ugh, I can't find this woman. Yeah, I can't find her. Anyway, I guarantee you it's one of the 7 guys. Psychology, sociology, criminal justice, gender studies, communication, education, right? Now, okay, guys, tell me what you think about this, right? Because to me, paying off your debts, it's what's most important.
Yeah.
This woman is going to say, oh, instead of paying off, if you have $100,000 in student loan debt and you have $100,000, you should forego paying off your student loans and invest it instead. So let's see what this woman has to say, and you can let me know what you think.
Why I'm not paying off my student loans as an MBA grad making $200K a year. I'll pay them off eventually, but here's why I'm not in a rush to do it. Let's say I took out a $100K loan and that I have 10 years to pay it back at a 6% interest rate. Let's also say that I have $100K sitting in my bank right now that I can use to pay back my loans, if only. The simple thing to do would be to take that $100K and pay off my loans, right?
Yeah, sounds pretty simple to me, right? Right, guys? Right?
Exactly.
Yep, let's see what she has to say about it.
Think again. If I take my $100K to pay off the loan, I'm debt-free, but I also now have $0. If I invest my $100K, I'll make $160K in 10 years from compounding returns. Over the same time period, I need to pay back $135K on my loan principal and interest. Let's do the math. 160 minus 135 equals $25,000 that I made from not paying off my student loans immediately. Vivian from Your Rich BFF posted a video the other day about how we need to change the narrative on debt, because when rich people have debt, it's called leverage, and we celebrate them. So if you have student loans, you're not in debt, you're just levered.
What do we think, guys?
Stupid. Pretty stupid, in my opinion.
What do we think? Oh.
I'm not.
Pay off your debts, guys.
Pay it
Especially
off immediately.
student loans.
If you
Because go ahead.
If you can pay it off, just do it immediately. You don't want that big chain of ball right at your feet.
Yeah, because guys, if you didn't know this, student loan debts have a 6% interest rate, but you have to pay off that 6% in interest before it goes to the principal every single year. So, and your minimum payments are never enough to cover the interest, unless you're sometimes it is, but most people are on an income repayment plan. So I don't buy into that at all. I think that you should pay off your debt, your student loan debt, as fast as possible. Pay it off, and then freaking eat ramen and get a second job to put money back in your savings account. Yep, Decline Manager said it. NBA dumbass. Ugh. The modern women, guys. So this woman has over $200,000 in debt, right? And I'm gonna get right to the spot where she adds up all of her debt.
$1,000 in student debt. But this one each month the interest
Right here is over 14 student loans, guys, so far.
is over $300 and 740. I'll fix that at some point. SL $850. So pretty bad. It's 25,000.
21 so far, guys. 21 student loans.
104. $207,936.46.
Look at that, guys.
Oh my God.
$207.
Doug, you can buy a sports car with that. Look at this.
$936.46.
Oh, AJ. I mean, Doug. You can literally buy a sports car with that. You could literally put money together and buy a house with that.
Yep. You can buy a house with this. This is modern women, guys. And I moved from the DC area a year ago. I would be sitting across the table on a date with women who had this much debt, living in DC, no less. They're cooked. Cooked. Guys, this is not your problem. It's not. Like I said on all my student loan debt videos, a woman's debt should disqualify her for consideration for serious relationship or marriage. Guys, do not get with a woman with a whole bunch of debt. She has a kid worth of debt. A kid will cost you $283,000 to raise from 0 to 18. She pretty much she has a kid in debt. A kid right here is her student loans. A woman's debt is a reflection of her decision-making process or lack thereof. Guys, don't. This is untenable. The minute, if I would be taking a woman seriously and she say she's this far in debt, in fact, I've done it before. I've been dating a woman. She said that she's $140,000 in student loan debt. See you later. See you later. This is not your problem, guys. It's not.
Which is really bad. And if let me go back to the page. Hold on. I write down how much interest it accrues.
Now she's gonna tell us about the
My interest is around over $1,100. So I don't have a big, when people are talking about taking a shovel to the debt, I am using a fork. I'm using a tiny fork, a dessert fork, to try and shovel out of my debt. I can explain exactly where I should start on these loans because it's going to take me so long just to pay off one of the little ones at the top with the smaller.
She's never going to pay this off ever. Did she say her payment?
Pretty much a good portion of any of these.
Okay, you know what? Let's take this to a payment calculator. So how much was it? 207, she said. Let me see. Student loan debt calculator. Student loan debt calculator. Okay, estimate your student loan payment. So if her student loan debt is 207,936. 207,936, and let's say it's about a 7% interest rate. 7%. Let's say 20 years, right? Her student loan payment is $1,612 a month. And if she paid it back in 20 years, she paid $386,910 over 20 years, guys. This is modern women right here, guys. Right here. Modern women in student loan debt. In freaking sane.
That's a lot of money.
Insanity, guys. And then one more debt confession here. This woman, Sharia Mack. What is this, guys? Licensed clinical social worker. So she's going to walk through her debt, but we're just concerned with her student loan debt. Now, I got to give her credit. She's married. She found a simp to marry her and help her with all of her debt. So good for her.
I mean, I guess I could just go in and add them, but I haven't yet. So going back to the debt dashboard. And this was inspired by another YouTuber that I follow. I can't think of her name, but again, I will insert it when I'm editing. So we're going to start with exactly how much debt we have. So as you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
So look at this. Her Amazon card. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 American Express cards. What do you need 5 American Express cards for? A Carnival card with Barclays. This is for the cruise line. So she spent $4,649 on cruises. City cards. What the heck is this? This is crazy. So her total debt is, I guess, for her and her husband, $305,000. $305,044.96. This is insane. Insane.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 credit cards, and that leaves us with a total of $14,974.35.
$14,974 in credit card debt.
Jesus H. Christ.
Oh my God. And she's even have the interest rates on there. She should have a thing on the spreadsheet for the interest rate. What's that now? Pyro?
I was gonna say, bro, most of these women need somebody over them, like, to make sure they don't do anything stupid.
See, but you can't even do that because look at her left hand right here. A wedding ring right there. You see it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So look, her I think their mortgage is $82,000. Their car notes are $60,000. The credit card debt is $14,000, and then her student loan debt is $123,000. Watch.
And my minimum payments come up to be $448. Then again, we have the student loans at $123,983,046. That is $350.
Did you see that? Monthly interest $557.64. And does she have what her student loan payment is? Her student loan payment. See, $357.38. That doesn't even cover the interest every year, guys. I don't think it does. What's 6% of let me see. 6%. 1, 2, 3, 9, 8. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 3 times 0.06. Yeah, that doesn't even cover the interest because the interest is $7,438. If you do 357.38 times 12, that's $4,288. Her minimum payments on her student loan debt doesn't even cover the freaking interest, you guys. Come on. Crazy, guys. Oh my goodness.
And my minimum payments come up to be $448. Then again, we have the student loans at $123,983,046. That is $357.38. And then over here, you can see the total debt summary. And so our mortgage, which I include just because I like to have a totality of a number, but I'm not in a rush. You know, it'll be a while before I start to pay off my mortgage, if I even do, because our interest rate is like 2.65 or something.
That's actually a really good interest rate, a really good interest rate, because right now it's still hovering around 5.5%, right, guys? I think so.
And so it's no longer a priority to pay down my mortgage. My car is currently sitting
Anyway, we don't care about the rest of her debt, but this is modern women, guys. I implore you, do not get with a woman with a whole bunch of debt, guys. It is not your problem. When you get to a certain age, right around 35, and you're single and childless, successful, most of the women around you are going to have pain, trauma, debt, children.
Yeah.
Most of the women around you will be in more debt than you, especially a consumer debt.
That's true. Like a woman with debt is just, to me, they're no different. They're no different from a single mother.
Yep, I agree. A woman's debt is a red flag. It really is. Okay, guys. So we're gonna pivot here because I saw this on the Kendra G show the other day. We're gonna have to cover this one. Remember, Kendra G was the one that totally stole Kevin Samuels' show style, and she used to defend all women at all costs. But now she's starting to turn into Kendra Samuels because she's been doing this show for 5 years, and she just the B-dubs make it so hard for her that she has to sometimes she goes full Kevin Samuels on him. So this says, brace yourself, a mom to 4, 3 incarcerated, once tall, non-judgmental man wasn't ready for the comments. Let's get into it.
Hey, boo.
Look at this, man. Tattoos, piercings on her lip, struggle weave on her head. Ah.
Hello. How you say your name, love? Sonova. Sonova, where you calling?
Look at that face. She looks like she has Down syndrome. Doesn't she? Look at that. Look at the drooping forehead and the freaking saggy cheeks and stuff. Look at that.
You know what she looks like?
What's that?
She looks like that like those red monkeys that like that has that butt face.
Which one?
The red monkeys with the butt face.
Oh yeah. I think it's aren't they oh snap. Oh here we go.
Yes.
Oh no, look at that. Oh no. An orangutan. Oh my gosh.
Jesus, ain't that?
The face.
And that's the thing, man. Brothers, we gotta do better, man. We can't be getting orangutans pregnant, guys. Come on now, look at this.
Baltimore in the building. I was just in Baltimore for a funeral last week.
I wish I would have seen you. I love you, Kendra.
Oh, I love you.
I'm shy.
Don't be. Well, you shy. You won the worldwide international show, girl.
Yeah, because my hair
Tattoo on her chest.
look a mess. I'm waiting for my homegirl to do my hair.
Okay, well, you ready?
Yeah.
Raging Gamer says he looks like Genova from Final Fantasy VII. Raging Gamer says crack is no good, ladies.
Okay, stop moving and keep your face in the camera, okay? Sonova, how old are you, love?
46.
46, okay. When's your birthday?
June 28th.
When?
June 28th.
June 28th.
So, guys, It's gonna be hard to understand it because the Baltimore accent is out of control, guys.
Yeah.
It is out of control. The sure and the there and it's just awful.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
a Cancer. Yes.
You have any kids?
Yes.
How many kids, honey?
4.
How old are your 4 kids?
23, 19, 15, and 12.
All by the same man?
No.
How many men?
3.
3. Have you ever been married?
No. I would have been
Of course, she hasn't.
engaged though, but my son.
And she, of course, because B Dubs stay getting engaged. None of them can get married, so they always say how many times they've been engaged. Steven says, and, and I dig black chicks. Hey man, hey, a lot of these black women are swirlers now. AJ says on his live, guys, all you white guys, man, you can take your pick. This was waiting for you. You better hope that none of her baby daddies get out of prison.
Paul passed away.
Oh, he proposed before he passed?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you was engaged. Sorry to hear that.
Look at her playing with that struggle weave.
Was it your last child's father?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Did you hear it, guys?
What do you do for
I
a
heard
living?
it.
The smoke detector. Did you hear it?
It even echoes. It even echoes.
I was in the healthcare industry, but I retired when I was 35. So I received Social Security.
Of course she does, guys. Of course she does. So all she does is sit here and collect Social Security and play with that struggle weave all day.
Okay, so you're Social Security. So you retired at 35?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so it is a Synovia? Synovia, okay. So
Like
Synovia.
Casanova.
Casanova, thank you. I know Casanova. Me and Romeo ain't never been friends.
Oh, good morning.
Okay, Synovia, you gotta look into the camera though. Okay.
Emoji Mr. F y'all talking about my sister like that, bro. AJ says, is this the missing link?
What's good, guys?
AJ got here, so I have to show him one more time what freaking where did the where did the I go off of it? I'll put it back on.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. So Synovia, Baltimore, she's 46, a Cancer, mom to 4 by 3 men, and she's retired and she gets Social Security. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Look at this girl.
A tall man. I'm 4'9", so I need a tall man.
Is 5'3" tall to you?
No.
She's 4'9", guys. Brothers will freaking shoot up the club at anything, man. Straight up. God. A 4'9" bridge troll with 3 kids, with 4 kids. Ugh.
Okay, 5'9" and over. What else?
Someone that don't lie. I hate liars. No cheaters. Somebody that's not going to judge me.
Oh, of course.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Liars, cheaters.
Synovia, you gotta look into the camera, honey. You're like off to the side, so keep the camera in your face. Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Liars, cheaters, manipulators.
She's high on something, guys. That has to be it. Has to be. Has to be.
Guys that gaslight you.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
No, not really. As long as he look good to me.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
As long as he have his own. So I'm not gonna put a number on it. Long as he have his own. I'm not taking care of no grown ass man.
Okay.
And I don't care about the cousins saying anything. I know my hair not done. I don't care. I've been trying to get on here for the longest time. And after I get on here, I'm going to call it back to all the cousins that got something to say.
Lazy Gamer says her eyes are too far apart for her to stay looking at the camera. I'm telling you guys, she has a hardware store in her lip, the tattoos. What a mess, guys. And you know what? Okay. Guys, I'm gonna name 3 things and put them from what's the worst on a woman in order, okay? Piercings in her face, you know, piercing in her lip or her cheeks or nose, the septum piercing or the chest tattoos. Which one's worse?
Oh, the
Yeah,
chest tattoos. At least you could take out the piercings.
because you know I hate the septum tattoo worse than anything, but chest tattoos are the absolute worst, man.
I
Oh,
despise it.
8-bit banger says she has a Lori Lightfoot thing going on with her face. Guys, Lori Lightfoot is one of the worst looking people ever. Lori Lightfoot. Oh my God. And I'm so mean, but for you people that don't know who she is, she's a former mayor of Chicago. Look at this broad. Oh my God. Ugh.
Oh, the one who look busted up.
Yeah, man. Look at that. She looks like
Man.
she has. Yeah, man.
She looks like a lefty, a hard lefty at best.
Yeah, she has jaundice and an eating disorder or something, you know? My God. Decline management. Come on now. Are you serious? Let me see. I have to see what you're talking about. Lori Lightfoot. I'm literally gonna put Lori Lightfoot 2002. Okay, when she was young, she wasn't that bad looking. She wasn't ugly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other? Yeah, all of her pictures are her older, but yeah, I guess her older pictures, you know, she could have got it back in the day, but like AJ said, she's spent way too much time, munching on toxic box. Yeah, because she's a LGBTHQ freaking all that stuff. All right.
I mean,
Yeah.
the way
Okay.
she's dressed,
So
it makes sense.
What's that?
The way she's dressed, it does make sense.
Yeah, she does look like it, huh?
No, I'm talking to you, so I wasn't reading the comments. Okay, so you don't care how much money he makes?
No, long as he have his own.
Okay.
His own house, his own place, not living with nobody.
Okay.
And it's funny when single mothers say, you got to have your own place. You don't have your own place because it's you and your kids. And here's the thing, guys. If you can, especially if you're MGTOW, don't be afraid to live with your parents. If you can have a full-time job and a career and live with your parents and stack up money and you don't want to be involved with freaking women, your parents can facilitate you living at home, do it. I'm all for it. Be a 35, 45-year-old man. Joker from Better Bachelor. He lived with his parents because his dad had dementia and only had a couple of years to live. So when he was building his YouTube channel, he lived at home. Guys, if you aren't going to do with women and you can live with your parents with a full-time job and a full-time career, do it and stack your money up. In fact, America is one of the only societies that don't believe in multiple generations living in the same house. All my Asian friends, African friends, Caribbean friends, Latino friends, there is no standard that a man who's making something of himself has to live on his own. That's a purely American thing.
Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Hold on.
Oh, this is gonna be a disaster, guys. Just wait.
I'm sure.
We gotta be able to see your legs. Okay, if you back up, we can see your legs.
She looks like a midget, doesn't she? Look at that. I'm only 4'9". Yeah, it looks it.
Okay. All right, we got you, girl. Your house, oh, your kids are kind of grown. I say your house is quiet to have 4 kids.
Huh?
I say your house is quiet to have 4 kids, but some of your kids are grown.
Oh, three of my kids incarcerated. So I just got my 12.
Wait. What? 3 of her kids are incarcerated?
So,
Wait, three of your kids are incarcerated?
yes.
I mean, it's Baltimore. What do you expect?
What happened?
It's a long story. But people that know me know the situation. But I'm in therapy, and everything happens for a reason. So, they needed to be set down for a reason.
Did they go to jail all for one crime, or they are in jail?
My 23-year-old went in Delaware locked up. He comes home in a year and a half, and my
So if you date her, you have to deal with her son coming home out of prison in a year and a half.
15-year-old, he's in Texas in placement for 2 years, and my 19-year-old, he facing 30 years.
So it's all 3 different individual crimes.
My 15-year-old and my 19-year-old was together.
Okay.
So her 15 and her 19-year-old did a crime at the same time and got all those years. This is insanity, guys. But this is B-dubs, man. I keep telling you, single mothers are raising the future carjackers of America, the future muggers. Freaking the person that's gonna freaking sell you drugs, steal your car, carjack you, come from households like this, and women like these raise them.
That's a lot.
It is. But my 12-year-old, he's going to break this generational curse. So.
No, he's not, because you're his mom and he lives in Baltimore. He's up next. Watch.
He goes to school, gets grades. He don't want to be locked up because he's seen what his brothers went through. So.
Okay. Oh, child. Okay, got you. Okay. All right. So Nova, when was your last relationship?
About 4 months ago.
4 months ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
It is.
You'll pass. Okay. 3
Disgusting, dude. Freaking dudes will hit anything, man.
flaws you have to work on.
My attitude, my mouth.
Of course.
A lot of guys say I act too masculine because I have 4 boys. So, I love sports, football, all of that. And I'm an overthinker because I'm a Cancer. And what's that 3? And I need to stop smoking weed.
At your age, you're still smoking weed.
Well, one of the biggest. What do I always say on my channel, guys? The biggest issue with modern women isn't the fact that they're 304s, isn't the fact that they're single mothers, isn't the fact that they're freaking herp. They got the herp derp. Those are all problems. The biggest problem is that modern women can't keep their mouth shut. They will put everything out in public sphere for consumption. What women of previous years would never say in public, they say proudly as a flex. Check my channel, AJ's channel. I got the herp derp. I got freaking the high five. I got 7 kids by 5 different men. I'm married to a guy who's locked up. They will say everything that women in the past used to keep to themselves. If you're a 304, 304, but keep it to yourself. If you're broke, keep it to yourself. If you have a bunch of student loan debt, keep it to yourself, but don't say it in the public sphere for consumption. They just can't resist it. I smoke too much weed. Are you serious? and she's 4'9" with an attitude. Can you imagine if a woman like this tried to get up in your face? I stuff her in a trash can.
I would do the same thing that so there was it the other guy said he like you would roll her up in a futon.
I know. Roll her up in a futon. Exactly.
Yeah.
Rage Gamer. She says that she's 47 years old, 48 years old. Yeah, that's how old she is.
Oh, you need to stop smoking weed. Okay. All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm a nurturer. I'm a Cancer. I'm a nurturer. When I love hard. I cook. I clean. I can sit and watch football games with.
Well, you don't have anything else to do except cook and clean because you don't have a job. So you better cook and clean.
You know, guys, I like to go to football games, basketball games, and
I don't know if you want to answer this, but some of the cousins are saying, where are your children's dads?
My 19-year-old, his father is locked up. He's on life plus 45. My oldest son, father, he's in his life, but we're not together. My youngest two father passed away.
Oh, the youngest two have the same dad?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We got you. Okay. Woo, child, you been through a lot, Sonova.
She can fit in your overhead luggage. Oh, yep.
Yes. I've been trying to get on here. You
got to stay in the camera, honey. You're off the camera, baby girl. Okay, there we go. Now, what you want to say?
You picked me Saturday, but my Wi-Fi was acting up, and you kept saying Synovia, I was trying to get on Saturday.
Okay. And Sonova, but again, can you see yourself? It's like you off the camera. You got to get in there. Well, we're almost done. We're almost done.
That's smoke alarm.
What's the age range you want to date, Sonova?
Well, I don't want no more younger guys. It seems like the younger guys attracted to me. I don't know why. They be like in their 20s. But I
Come on, guys. You think that's true? Yeah, I don't think so.
want to date from 40 to 55.
40 to 55. Should he be in Baltimore?
No, it's no guys in Baltimore. No, he can be somewhere else.
Okay. And so and I'm assuming you don't mind if he has kids.
No.
Okay.
Long as they older.
Okay.
10 years.
All right, so we got Sonova, Baltimore, 46 Cancer. She'll date 40 to 55, mom of 4 kids, by 3 men. And let's do it. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name on the app?
It's Tiny, Tiny.
Hold on one second. Tiny?
She looks like she's in a completely different dimension right now, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Look at her face.
Exactly.
And if she were just high on weed, if she was just high on that, I'd be thoroughly surprised. She's probably high on a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Spell it again. T-Y-N-I?
T-I-N-Y.
T-I.
Decline management, do you think that any guy worth his salt, any guy worth a damn, is on the Kendra G dating app? Come on, man. That's freaking B-dub, weaved up tattoo baby mama central right there. Heck no.
I-N-Y? Oh, Tiny.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of Tinys.
My last name is Winchester.
Did you put your last name? Did you cover it? Because
no, I didn't cover it. It's Tiny Winchester.
Decline manager says she's high on fetal alcohol syndrome. God. You guys are brutal, man.
Spell it. Your last name.
Winchester.
Winchester. So I don't see that. I see a lot of Tinys though. So you might have hidden your last name without realizing it. Do you remember what your profile picture looked like?
I got a red shirt on and some black leggings and some red and white Jordans.
Okay. This is you.
Yes.
Okay, here she is. So if you put in Tiny, look for the one in red. Tiny on the Kendra G.
She's barely taller than the stove. Look at that.
Oh,
She looks high in her profile picture. Look at that.
it's like she always looks high.
I know, right? She probably wakes and bakes. She's probably high all day, every day. All day, every day.
G Singles dating app. Tiny on the Kendra G Singles dating app. They're telling me, clean my. Okay, this is her second picture. That's the second picture. If you put in Tiny, this is you too?
Yes.
Okay, this is
guys.
Tiny. Here she go. Your hair is done, I guess.
Yeah, my hair, yeah, I look a mess right now, but I don't care.
Okay, this is the first picture though, fellas. Tiny. That's the first picture. So when you put in Tiny in the search area, that's the first one. Tiny with the red. Don't forget to do a username that can find you faster too. But Tiny with the red shirts. You like you was on one. This one. You like don't play with me.
Yeah.
Don't play with Tiny. All right, well, listen, I'm sending you a lot of love, honey.
Thank you.
I think you have a paid question. Let me see.
This should be good. Watch.
No, we won't go. Okay, you keep me posted how it goes.
I can't answer it. What was it?
That smoke detector.
You want me to read it?
No, it's whatever. What is it?
Okay, I'll read it. I wasn't gonna read it. Now listen, I was gonna skip it, but you want the smoke, so here we go. I Am Tyler said, top tier female, do take your shots before she is cuffed. By the way, can I ask what crimes?
That's none of your business. The guy that I'm with, I will explain that. That's none of your business.
Okay, and there you have it. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, listen, I see you was ready for the smoke. Don't play with her.
I'm from Baltimore, so yeah.
Yeah.
Baltimore's a whole mess, guys. A whole freaking mess.
No, the thing is, see, cousins, a lot of y'all be gangsters in the comments, but one day you gonna.
But my house is clean. Y'all can't say nothing about my house. House is clean. House clean. House clean.
Yeah. It better be. Our tax dollars are paying for it, so it better be clean.
House clean. Stove clean. No dishes. Don't pay that no mind. What? Okay.
Kendra Cribs. We haven't did a Kendra Cribs in a long time.
Okay.
You want to show off the whole house?
Okay, I'm done with this shit, guys. I'm probably gonna do a couple more Kendra reactions because she has some craziness on there. And guys, I say on my channel, you can get rid of 80. First off, American black women are the worst women on the planet. American black men have the worst women to choose from. You could Thanos snap 70 to 80% of black women, of American black women off the planet. No one would care, and the world would be a better place. So, and I'm gonna start reinforcing that by showing stuff like this. This girl is 4'9", attitude, smoke weed all day. 3 of her 4 sons are in prison. This is a standard right now, guys. Right here. Black women are so strong and independent. 75% of black women make less than $50,000 a year, and that's with degrees. Black women are single mothers. The most college debt, most consumer debt, struggle weaves, eyelashes, nails. They're the easiest. Black women are the easiest group of women to emulate.
Yeah.
In places like freaking Atlanta, you can't tell from actual black woman.
And they get mad when they ask them questions like, "Are you a transformer?"
In fact, did you guys see that? Let me see. Men pop balloon because of low voice. Okay. Did you guys see this?
Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping.
Let me see. 1 second. 1 second.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back
Okay, look at this. Oh, hold on.
to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we're here with another episode of More. Let me see.
Oh, wait. It's just in it. Hold up. There is this pop the balloon because
Hello, welcome.
okay, watch. I think this is it.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Uche.
Uche, how old are you?
I'm 23.
You hear this woman's voice? Let's go back. Listen to this girl's voice. Listen.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Uche.
Uche, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. And Uche, what do you do?
I'm doing my master's in health information technology. I'm also a program coordinator for a health IT company.
Dying.
you guys, it keeps going because this is when they talk
Keep
about
going over there, see why they ended up popping.
Okay.
All right, your name and age.
this is when I mean all of them say the same thing. And the biggest difference between the men and the women on the show is the men try not to insult the women unless they get insulted first. So these guys try to be nice. And look, there are this whole pop the balloon thing, it's all over the world now, right? And you can see guys who got caught up. They hide in the crowd, or it's a freaking, and they don't tell the guy, and then he picks her, and then they say, "Oh yeah, I'm a freaking," and then you go viral flirting with a trans person. Heck no, don't take any chances, guys. Don't do it.
Going over there, see why they ended up popping.
Okay.
All right, your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Chris, 28, and I ain't gonna lie, your voice deeper than mine.
Look at the host.
Age rock.
It's true though. It's true. She was sounding like Barry White. Whoa, babe. You know what I'm saying? My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe. That's what she sounds like, man. Come on now. Yikes.
So
Her
I
voice
can't.
is deeper than horrors.
Look at the guys dying, man. Look at that.
I was expecting that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. Y'all can handle it. It's
You
okay.
get that about
Joseph, you see this clip?
That's I I was so shocked when I first saw it. It actually scared me.
Yes.
It
Joseph,
frightened me.
what do you think?
It took me aback. It took me aback because I did not. She doesn't look. She looks feminine, like just like an African woman. But when the
Yeah.
moment she spoke, I said, "Whoa!" And I had the same reaction they did at the first time I saw it. So I was like, "Why?" But then after she started speaking more, I realized that is her natural voice. But like them, at that moment, I questioned. I started looking for Adam's apples. I started looking at the shoulders, and I was like, "She checks out." I don't see
Well,
any signs of transformer, but it was at that initial whoa.
what do you think of what I said that black women are the easiest for trans people to freaking emulate? So it is easier
Oh,
for it is the a black a skinny black dude. It's easier for him to look like a black woman than any other group of women are to emulate. How do you think about? How do you feel about that?
you know what? Now that you bring it up, and from what I grew up watching, it's true. And what did we see? We saw we saw that character that Jamie Foxx played in Living Color. We saw
Wanda.
Shanae,
Yep.
Wanda. We saw Shanae from Martin. But we've never seen the equivalent. Well, maybe I can't say that. Miss Doubtfire, I guess, but that's like a caricature. That's not even like a attractive, slim. All these drag queen like models, big mamas. It's like so. It's always been coming out, and it's always been kind of like that's been a thing as funny. Tyler Perry. So I don't
Yeah.
know, man. It's not good for them because it makes them look crazy. Like all these drag men playing drag characters, and then when we see it in real or we see this, that's what kind of makes us. It takes us back to that. Oh, that's Wanda. Oh, that's Shanae. Oh, but no, I agree.
Mhm. Yeah, man. No, all you gotta do as a guy w- is 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 get injections to get a feminine shape, put a weave on, a bunch of makeup, BAP style, and you're there.
You can pass. It's because of the
Yeah.
makeup. I think it's the makeup, that the wigs, the makeup. It's the stuff that these black comedians wore, and then they start emulating it, and now we couldn't tell the difference.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
weird, man.
I
Yep.
mean, B Dub's voices are already deep, man. I mean, black folks in general have the deepest voice of all the races, especially the black
Yeah.
women. So
Yep.
it's already not helping them.
Yeah. And that's why they say black black trans women have the most amount of violence. It's because guys, a lot of black culture is still socially conservative, man. There's this myth that the majority of black people are we, we, we may be liberal politically, but we're like socially conservative because we're attached to the church still. And you don't play around with a dude's freaking
Mhm.
masculinity and sexuality, man. And I don't care what anybody says. The goal of a trans woman is to get the attention, the is to get um admiration and attention from a heterosexual man. And they keep playing around with fire, man. I'm telling you. And
Yeah.
and and these black transformers, they can look close to a real black woman in the club and move like one
Yeah.
too.
Hmm.
That's scary. That's
Can you
weird.
imagine? Oh no!
Your
Oh, I
The
voice?
get
thing
that a
is,
lot.
Go ahead.
the thing is that they're part of the rainbow mafia, and they love to turn people out, like straight people. They want to turn. If you ever see, they don't mess around with other rainbow people. They don't come around with straight people because they want to turn them out.
Yeah, there's a lot of
That's
women
good.
there are a lot of studs that want to be the person that turns out a straight woman. Did you see that one? I have to pull up that Kendra G where this woman was like, "I could turn you out, Kendra." She's like, "What'd you just say to me?" Yeah, girl, you don't like it till you try it, but I let him. I've turned out a lot of women. I could turn you out too. Kendra G went off. She's like, "You don't know who the f you're talking to. I'm straight. I've always been straight." Well, you don't know. She's like, "I know who I am." She just cut this girl apart because she's like, "I can turn you out, Kendra. I can turn you out." It's like,
Some like it and some don't. It's part of me.
Yeah,
So
no, yeah. It's
if
you.
y'all can't handle it, then you can't handle me.
oh, now see, you're trying to get
Now
on
it's
her
our
high
problem.
horse, like
It's our
she's
problem.
like she has some kind of leverage, right?
Can't.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Now, is he someone that's your type?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
He's too light for me, honestly. Yeah.
Y'all seen what they said last episode? That was too dark. I wasn't like light skinned, but I guess.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Ty, 25. Not gonna lie, she's gorgeous. It's the voice, unfortunately.
Okay.
I just can't imagine having conversations every day with you.
Savage, guys.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Oh
wow.
my goodness.
Jesus H. Christ.
Could you
Yikes.
imagine? Could you imagine? Hello, baby, with that deep ass voice.
I know. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, I feel so good." Could you imagine? It would sound like two dudes. Your neighbors would
Mhm.
think that you were LGBT HCTV, man. Oh no. Yikes.
But you look good. I can tell you're smart. It's just the voice.
Thank you.
Sorry. Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I would say he's my type. Yeah.
Okay.
He looks clean, nice haircut. He looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go on over here.
Okay.
So pretty much all of them say the voice, but they're all nice about it though. On a lot of these shows, like I said, a lot of the men are nice, but the women are not.
Yeah.
And I want to see guys become savages. Meet women where they're at. I'm dead serious, man. Well,
Oh man,
I've seen a couple guys crash out, but that's only after the woman was rude to them.
that's true. You're right. Sometimes they're the first ones to clap. They'll fire without they'll provoke the attack towards a man, whereas a man would have to be provoked before he attacks.
Yep.
It's crazy. But it's just the way that is. So
Because you have
I don't think they can handle it though. The feeling. I mean, they would. Man,
it's because you have to be aware of your perception. Guys will always be perceived as being verbally aggressive and blah blah blah. So you can't just tell a woman how you really feel. Let's watch the rest of it because
or we can handle more verbal abuse. Like we're equipped to handle more emotional verbal abuse. So therefore, men are equipped to handle just abuse in a way that women can't, which justifies them to do it. But don't. It's like, nah, we human too. We got feelings too. You talking crazy to us, it hurts just as much as if we was talking crazy to you. But we're supposed to handle it more, deal with it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why I
Am I
always
wrong?
tell people. I always tell people like, be careful because I will make you cry. Watch what you say.
yeah, I'm telling you. I always tell people don't get me started because if you get me started, it's hard for me to stop.
Mhm.
And let me see
Let's
if
go ahead and bring up
we'll do MTR's reaction because I don't want to find the episode and then find it. So we'll do his.
our next single.
Crazy. Don't tell me Arlett's
Okay, hold on.
Is that her? That's her Instagram.
piles of guys up on here just because I just don't want to. Mostly because I could 10.2 followers.
Sure, huh?
CEO of Crowned by Uche. Let me look at the link tree real quick. Book appointments, consultations for what? Oh, she does hair. Okay. Let me get this off the screen.
So she's Nigerian.
Yeah, and to be fair, she don't look bad. It's just when she opens.
Oh my, no, she just has a deep voice. That's
Yeah,
a natural body right there. She looked like she may have had a child. Okay. Arlette has not sold out. Woo! I thought YouTube got to it, baby. I'm like, God damn it, they did an ad and unlock how to speak from your diaphragm. So it's more masculine. And we're gonna get right back into the content. I actually take back what I was.
I think she did have a kid, which is why she has that pouch in the front. I'll bet.
Of the sisters. All right, let's keep going.
I'm doing my master's in
damn!
information technology.
Oh my God.
Also,
She sounds like a Caribbean Remy Ma.
Look for a man.
All right, let's get back to it.
if it's just too extreme, yeah, I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right, so we did.
That's a man, baby. Yo, the hypocrisy to call out a sound that you hear from a man as being something that you don't like. Meanwhile, you sound like me going through puberty.
Get pop balloons.
Okay.
Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping.
Okay.
All right, your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Oh,
Chris, 28, and I ain't gonna lie, your voice deeper than mine. So I can't even do it.
It really is.
I was expecting that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. Y'all can handle it. It's
You
okay.
get that about your
I get
voice?
that a lot.
Oh, don't you do that, baby girl. We can't handle it. Therefore, we are insecure. Whatever.
That's always your trump card, guys. Guys, what do you have to handle that's good? You have to handle a snake. You have to handle a lion. You have to handle a tiger, right?
Guess what?
There's
Doug?
nothing good that you have to handle. What's that?
I don't want to get manhandled.
Good point.
By the
Great.
Nigerian nightmare here. Oh no.
Baby.
Some like it and some don't. It's part of
No one likes it.
me,
Yeah,
so
nah, yeah.
If someone liked it, would she be there?
What's
Would she
that?
be on the show? If someone liked it, would she even be on the show?
Exactly, guys. There's no reason why any guy worth his salt would be on this show.
Up in here. Some like it and some don't is wild work. Hold on. Let's do a poll. Do you like her voice? I do.
Carlos says, I'm not interested in a sword fight. God.
I don't. All right, start poll. Let's throw it down up in there. That some do and some don't is wild work to me. Here's what this is. If a guy got up there and he had an like, hey everybody, how you doing? I would clown him just the same. All right. I want to make that abundantly clear. But let's go down up into the poll because maybe I'm tripping. Maybe your good old boy MT eats Timberlands, right? Oh man.
Now, is he someone that's your type?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
He's too light for me, honestly. Yeah.
Y'all seen what they said last episode? That was too dark. I would not like light skin, but I guess.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Ty, 25. Not gonna lie, she's gorgeous. It's the voice, unfortunately.
Yeah, that
I just can't
voice.
imagine having conversations every day with you.
Damn.
Savage.
Or
Absolute savagery.
waking up next to that and hearing that every day. God damn. Can you imagine what the tonality of the stroke is? It's going to sound like there's two dudes in there bumping uglies.
I said that earlier. Imagine being next door to that, or being upstairs or downstairs from their bedroom. Yikes!
Or waking up. Good morning, honey. Get on my bed, Nick. Oh, baby, it's you.
Why would they
You
get
a dude.
like get to the oh yeah.
Last night was incredible. God.
Pulling on the
Yeah,
sleep.
baby. Oh. Y'all like that shit? That raspy ass, low ass, vibrato ass shit. Can you imagine? What? Two dudes in there just.
But you look good. I can tell you're smart. It's just the voice.
Thank you.
All right. Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I would say he's my type. Yeah.
Okay.
He looks clean, nice haircut. He looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's going over here? Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Yeah, Josh, 26. She's really pretty. Nice smile, like your eyebrows.
Thank you.
It's just the voice. It's the voice.
Watch all of them sees the voice. Like, I was expecting. It's okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
She's heartbroken, but
I
she's
mean,
trying to
yeah.
say it's okay. Because like the worst part about it is they should have a thing where if everyone pops all the balloons, you should just leave.
Yeah.
I
They
agree.
probably have a stipulation against that. They probably tell them if that happens, you like don't do it. But I think for dignity purposes, she knew what to expect. She kind of knew what they're. I personally, if I was her, I probably would have just left because that's hard.
Yeah.
Because this is what happens, right? You're commenting on it, then you have MTR commentary on it, and there's thousands of people seeing this. I think she should have just left. In this case, some people say, "We should just stand in." No, it's just no. There's no good coming out of this for her. She doesn't benefit from this. It's the people who made this show who get these viral moments and making money off her name, her likeness, and making a fool of her in a way.
Yep.
And
I
encouraging
agree.
people to make fools of this. It just stay and listen to you. Stay and listen to why all these people popped on you so fast. She already knew. She didn't have to stay. So she should have just preserved her own dignity, walked off gracefully, not angrily, and just said,
Yeah.
"Well, thank you all very much. I appreciate you having me out here. Have a nice night."
And they're gonna make her go to every single one. Watch.
Your scandal. I need your skincare routine.
Thank you. Thank you.
You see how nice the guys are compared to the women?
And now, is he someone that's your type?
No, he's not my type.
Right. Why not?
His height, he's like a little too short for me, honestly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
No, he's not my type.
All right, why not?
His height, he's like a little too short for me.
So she's wearing like 4-inch heels and saying
And he's
he's
still
short.
taller than her.
Honestly,
He's still taller.
yeah.
Thank you. Over here, your name and age, and why did you end up popping your blood?
They're matching at
Antoine,
least.
I'm 30. Where are you from?
I'm Nigerian.
Nigerian?
Yes.
Awesome. I like your accent, but it is the voice. It
Thank
caught me
you.
off guard a little
It's
bit, but you are
wild.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
That's okay.
No,
I
same thing.
said it before. They hide the Transformers on these shows. Try to get guys caught up. Don't get got, guys. If any of you were to ever go on a show like this, you can't take any chances because you will go viral flirting and holding on to a dude.
You're someone that you would go for?
No.
Okay, why not?
He looks a little too old for me, honestly.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just not like physically attracted to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She got that Barry White octave. I wonder if she sings. Right? She sings. If she's a voice actor.
Yeah, that's the only way
If
this
she
could work.
sings, all I would hear is,
Singer.
"Why can I not find a man? No."
Or that Tony Braxton. That Tony Braxton type of voice.
No. Her voice is deeper than Tony Braxton's voice. Tony's voice is deep, but it ain't this deep, man. Man, her voice is deeper than her voice is deeper than all of our voices, man. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yes.
That's
Oh, is she a rapper?
Name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
EJ 26. And the reason why I popped is because I didn't like the silver with the gold like accessories. But you are very beautiful.
He's trying to say something else besides just the voice. Come on now.
Yeah,
See,
it's that.
you guys, we'll try to save the girl's feelings, but come on now.
I do like the dark skin. I kind of didn't like the clothing going over to like the hand also. But other than that, that was really about it.
Whatever.
Okay.
And the voice.
Don't care anymore.
I cannot control that. I cannot control
Yes, you can.
that.
Just like the guy over here couldn't
control his
control
height.
his height.
Mm.
He has a problem with them disqualifying her because of her voice. Imagine that. Yep.
I didn't know how it feels. What does it say? A dose of your own medicine?
Yep.
Or a spoonful of
She eats
sugar makes the
cigarettes
medicine
with
go
that
down?
voice. God, you guys, yikes.
Yes, you can.
That's where it sounds. That's just, it's okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, is he someone that's your type?
Not really. No.
Why not?
I'm so sorry. I can't seem to not notice your ears. It's like outstanding and like really small. So
Your
your
voice is really big. So
and it's kind of like just the ears, like no.
So your ears have been brought up by everybody so far. Do you get that often?
I've been getting that since I was a kid. So
Okay.
it's like
I'd rather have small ears than be a woman with a deep, raspy voice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that.
I do be having ears like that.
We'll still be friends with you, Pyro.
Yeah.
used to it. It don't really bother.
Because my favorite physical feature about myself is my height. I think that I'm the perfect height because I have long arms. I'm almost 6'3", so I'm like 6'2.5". But I have long arms and long legs too, so I can reach stuff like I'm 6'6" and 6'7", but I'm not tall enough to get stared at. My least favorite part, guys, I have big feet. I wear size 15 feet.
Whoa.
Damn.
Shoes, size 15 shoes, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, I was like,
No, you only
huh?
you 6'3", 15. I'm 6'2", and my minimum is 12, 13. So an inch taller, you shouldn't even be that big in feet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got freaking clodhoppers, man. I got freaking skis. I could ski down a snowy slope with these bad boys, dude.
No shoes.
You got some Hulk steppers, man.
Straight up, man. I tell you, I got some freaking clodhoppers, man. That's one of the best parts about the internet nowadays. I can squeeze my foot into a 14 in the store, but then I have to order 15s online.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that. That's that limit. 12, 13 is that limit at the store. Everywhere else, taller, bigger than that, you got to go online.
But you know what? If I, I'd rather have my feet than her voice as a woman. Because guys,
Oh, no, your feet is fine.
what would be what would be the what would what would be as bad as excluding being a baby mama? What would be as bad as her voice? What about a girl that had like a 5 head or a 6 head instead of a 4 head? Could you do with a woman that had a hairline that was way back?
A lot of African women have hairlines way back and they look good. So
The thing
everyone has their
is,
character flaws.
I I rather that than the man voice because I can still grip her head with my hand like a basketball or use a teleprompter.
You kind of says, yeah, Joy Reid. Joy Reid's
Oh,
hairline, man. Holy crap. Let's look at that. Oh my God. And then she has that blonde hair now. So it makes it look even worse.
What
What
would
is
you say?
that?
She looking like like Vegeta?
Yeah,
oh
look at
wow.
where'd it go?
Vegeta.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry, where'd it go? Joy Reid. Oh no. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Oh, you also got to play the.
Look at that,
Oh,
guys.
what? No way.
With the blonde, with the 5 head. Oh no. Look at that.
Is that
Ugh.
Cisco? Is that Dennis Rodman?
Look at that 5 head, man. You
Mm,
could park your car on this bad boy, dude. Look at that. Gosh.
you know what I will give her credit for though? At
Hmm.
least she's wearing her real hair. She's doing that.
Yeah,
Wait, so,
she did go through her time where where she did the
Yeah.
blonde weave and stuff. She went through her time. Look at that.
wait, so
Blonde
fellas,
weave.
let me ask you a question. Like we all know,
Wait,
men in general like balding.
uh-huh.
Like we can end up balding, but I, like the woman like goes through this the same thing. If they go through the exact same thing, or it's in a different way.
No, so what it's like 80% of men experience male pattern baldness. And it has to do with
80%?
our yeah, 80%, man. What what
That can't be right.
percentage of men lose their hair?
It was incredible.
According to the National Institute on Aging, about 96% of men will experience some degree of hair loss by the age of 50. By age of 30, about 50% of men will experience noticeable hair loss. And by age 50, that number increases to about 85%.
Oh,
Because here's the thing, guys, I'm going to say it right now. Women always talk about the female beauty myth is impossible to attain. The only thing harder than the female beauty myth is the male beauty myth. You want to know why? Because men have to be like most men on TV nowadays have to be over 6 foot. Only 15% of men are over 6 foot.
yeah, agreed.
You see guys like Johnny Depp, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Edward Norton that are in their 50s and 60s and have a full head of hair. That's freaking 8% of men right there. 8%.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then at times you have to be in shape. So you got to look like Vin Diesel or The Rock or freaking who's the guy that played Aquaman? You
I
know?
don't remember his name.
So it is harder to attain the male beauty myth, and all women have to do is be conventionally attractive and be skinny. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
and don't forget Henry Cavill.
He's literally won the genetic lottery.
Hmm.
He's in his
Oh,
50s.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, and Henry Cavill.
Yeah, he played Witcher. I think. Yeah, he's like a genetic freak. You know, he's like top echelon. Even as
Yeah,
men, we
man.
can recognize it. We can
At
recognize that.
at 41 years old, he looks like this.
Dude is
It's
Superman.
insane. It's in freaking insane.
I thought it was 30 something.
No, he's
Yeah.
41.
Wow.
Telling you, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Me, yeah. But no, other than that, I appreciate it.
Go over here. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
My name's Javon. I'm 25. It was a voice for me, but
Oh,
besides
Lord.
the voice, I love the dress.
Thank you.
I'm
Beautiful
surprised
face, beautiful teeth. I love the earrings and ear piercings, but
I'm surprised that this is surprising to her.
yeah, the voice
Thank
just
you.
threw me off.
This is why these shows are so important and it's so impactful, and why I keep on telling y'all, all of the MTRs that are down up in there, if there is no men that are truthful to you within your life, and to be honest with you, pretty women suffer from this more often because at the end of the day, when men are not conditioned to tell you the truth, because the more that we tell you the truth, the less likely that you are to give us the insides. That's just a fact. Do you not have men actually in the dating?
You know, it's.
Does she say you're gonna?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
So crazy.
I know.
Book a session. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
That's so crazy.
I know.
You're gonna get used to it. Like,
no.
You know.
Yeah. You're not gonna get used to that, man. No way. Yikes.
You're going to get used to it.
Get used to it.
Mm.
We'll get used to this.
That sounds like what those folks would say.
I know, right? Exactly. That's
You'll
what
never know until you try.
yeah, that's what I would say right there. You get used to it
That's true.
swinging around in your face.
Hell no.
You'll get used to me behind you and freaking yeah. You'll get used to it. The first couple times it'll hurt, but you'll get used to it. Yikes.
Does she say you're gonna get used to it?
I love the earrings and ear piercings, but yeah, the voice
Thank
just
you.
threw me off. I'm sorry.
That's so crazy.
I know.
You're gonna get used to it. Like.
No man. No man will get used to it. For you to think that a man has to get used to it is I am strong. I am always right. I am independent. They gonna like me for me. This is the symptom of a woman that doesn't understand of creating yourself to be a good product in the dating marketplace today on this, unless there's some
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing to convince anybody.
Incredibly wrong.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not even trying to say nothing to convince anybody because, like, it's expected.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I apologize.
She's freaking heartbroken, guys. But hey, I couldn't do it, man. I can't. No way. No.
No, it's okay.
Now, is he someone that's your type?
I would say yes. He is. He's good looking. I like his haircut as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
On over here.
Look at
Name and
this
age,
shit.
and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Felix, and I'm 26. I just popped it just because of the voice. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
No.
apart from that,
Wow.
she is someone that is your type?
Not really. Yeah.
No, is he
See, he's being nice and watch her back.
someone that's your type?
No.
And why not?
He just looks kind of like, I'm so sorry, but scruffy. Like the outfit and the hair, it's not giving for me.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And she does the it's
don't
give.
care.
Oh, I agree with her.
Told you guys. She has literally no room to talk with that voice, and she's saying that he looks scruffy.
He talks scruffy. He sounds like
Telling you,
Scruffy.
man.
Scooby Doo.
Yep. And she sounds like Scrappy Doo,
Rough.
right?
It's rough.
It is
It's rough.
horrendous.
Chicago, Illinois. 24212.
You not have to walk backwards. You can turn around. All right. So that is all the balloons popped, unfortunately, but we do thank you. For coming
Thank you.
on. Let's give it up for her, guys. That's very nice. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a good night. Or I could escort y'all to your vehicles if you get scared to walk around in the parking lot. Oh no! Can you imagine bringing her home to your mom? Your mom would be like, "What the heck is going on here? What?" I wonder there's a way that she can like learn how to speak in a higher register. Hey guys, how's it going? I wonder if
She
there's
can't do it.
if she can go to a vocal coach.
Curse.
Okay,
I personally think it's
we've
a
been going
curse.
for
They're going that way.
we've been going for 2 hours and 24 minutes. Yeah, also, real quick, what do you think about modern women in student loan debt? Final thoughts, because that's
Um,
what the scene was about before I started going off on this tangent. But what's your position on modern women in student loan debt?
yeah, I saw some of that. You would think that by now they would be clued up on the truth and reality of the situation by learning from other people's mistakes. But yet it's weird because you see a lot more coming out talking about I made this mistake. But yet you got everyone, many women before them telling them, hey, I made this mistake. Don't do that. And TikTok is popular. Like so not like there's no excuse to why they couldn't do a basic Google search and listen to other people's experiences, gather up some data, and then make I guess, a logical decision. So it doesn't make any sense to me how you would come straight out of high school, go into anthropology or whatever, some weird degree, if you want to call it that, and then come out of it and act like you've been blindsided. But you can't no longer use that excuse because now we have this thing called the internet and TikTok and viral moments. So but hey, I guess that's what I think about it. There's no remorse for them. Maybe it was like 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, absolutely. The internet's brand new. Everyone's kind of like, hey, is this happening to you? This happening to me too. But now it's like everyone's clued up on it. So it should not the college enrollment numbers should not be going up as high as they are, considering all of this information, everyone coming out talking about it. Like if you're going to go to college, go for something practical, IT, STEM field, simple things. Something that actually is practical that makes money long term. You can foresee where it's going to lead to. Not these random history. It doesn't make any sense, right? Even when you think about it, even as a high schooler, it doesn't make any sense because you didn't even like history class when you was looking at or listening to the history teacher. So why would you then go for get a degree in something that you didn't like doing when you was in high school? Because it doesn't pay anything. It doesn't make any sense.
Huh, I
I
agree.
agree. I
The
agree
the
100%.
the system's being because here's the thing. We are two, 3 generations into what I call the great experiment. Women are free to do whatever they want, and they're choosing to get in debt, have have kids out of wedlock, mortgages that they can't afford, car loans that they can't afford, and this and I'm 43, so women my age are the first generation of women that can make the choices to truly live life alone. This is
That's
a great experiment. I'm telling you guys. Pyro, what do you think about women and student loan debt? Final thoughts.
All I can say is, man, they really need guidance in how to just prevent all this foolishness. Just get in a subject that can make you a good amount of money. Just finish school, pay off your debts, and get a job that could make you more money. Like we're literally tired of seeing all these debt videos right now. I mean, it's good content that you and AJ talk about. But man, these women need to change.
I, I always say I think that by 2030, maybe 2035, male college attendance is gonna drop below 20%. Guys, when you hit 35 and you're single, childless, with no children, it's successful. Most of the women your age are gonna have more debt than you and have kids. So you got to be careful.
But they're more
Oh,
educated than you are. Ooh,
yeah, but men still make more money though. Only,
exactly.
only 23% of STEM students are women, and most of them will leave by the time they're 43, or if they have a kid. 50% of women in STEM fields will leave if they have a child, and 50% will leave the field by the time they're 43.
Where
So
is it?
so
Wow.
in our lifetime, women will not make more money than men. It's just not going to happen. No way. Nope, ain't gonna happen. Anyway, Thank you for being here, everyone. I'm shutting this down. I'm gonna hop over to AJ's stream because he has a pretty good subject. But Ragey Gamer, 8-Bit Dragon, the Climb,
What's
Carlos.
that channel? AJ's channel.
Oh, I will put it in the chat so you can hop over because AJ
Not lazy.
AJ is my twin brother.
He was making.
His channel is fantastic. Yeah, I'll put it in the private chat so you can go there.
That was your brother,
And,
right?
yeah,
Okay, I remember.
And then, but yeah, all right. Oops, 1 second. Dante's Friend of Purgatory, Emoji Mister. Who else was here? I said the client management. AJ was here. Anyway, Whiteout. Thank you, Urban. Thank you for being here tonight. I really, really appreciate it. I threw this one together. It was actually a pretty good stream. I'm definitely gonna go live on Sunday. I might go live tomorrow, so make sure to check my community tab for any posts, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Okay.
Peace.
Peace.